Hello, everyone. A very good evening to all present here. I hope you all had a good week because we are going to head start into a weekend by a very strong start. So, the last time the Shukla team did the FNH, we had a twist of a live artist. And tonight we have another twist in there. So, tonight's FNS is not just another hangout, it's going to be the Friday night workshop. So, please make sure you have your pens and copies ready, you have your questions ready, and you have your access ready because your mind is going to work to a next level. And now, without taking any more time, I'm going to introduce someone who's going to share his wisdom with the products through us. And now, something I want to tell all of you about him is that this leader, this champion, has made this statement true for me. It says that whatever your situation is, do not let it shake on your grounds. Do not let it shake on your why. I have seen him cycling miles for one contact. I have seen him walking through the snow for one contact. And for me, that is your grit, your passion, and your wisdom and faith. So, with this, let's call upon, with a big round of applause, Satyam Shukla.
All right, great introduction.
Hey everyone, I am back and thanks a lot for that introduction, Janisha. You make me nervous whenever you are doing intros. So it's like she raises the bar as to what to be expected. And I can see some scared faces because last time we did it, I made you all get up and start doing something. So don't worry, this will be a workshop. So let's just stretch out a little bit. It is still a little bit of a sports nutrition. Let's stretch out. No push-ups, but let's stretch out. Let the week's pressures go away. Ah, there you go. All right. All right. Thanks a lot, everyone, for tuning in. Today, as Janisha said, this will be a workshop. What we'll be going through is obviously the sports nutrition. We won't be going deep in the science and the methodology of workout, but rather than what we have available and how best we can use it to better our business as well as our health. So without any further ado, I'm just gonna share my screen. One second. Let's see. Can you see the presentation, Janisha?
Yes.
Okay, is it in the presentation mode or is it?
No, it's not in the slideshow mode.
It's not in the slideshow. Oh my gosh. See, you would hope that after so much time in pandemic, one would figure out. But okay, is it in presentation mode now, Dinisha?
Yes.
All right, there is still hope for humanity. All right. Well, everyone, today we are going to talk about building our business healthy. Again, the concept that we are talking about is that your business, your products, your retail estate is the place where you build equity. And I totally believe that I do personal 300 and it has the big role it has to play in that equation is using the health product, is using the sports nutrition product. It makes you a lot better throughout the month when you are developing your equity. Plus, it's really great for you. So I'm going to share a personal testimony at the end of it. But we're going to just jump in. We'll just look through the products, look through a little bit of a mindset behind how to use the product. But more importantly, what we'll be focusing on is the comparison. How do our products stand while they are in front of the competitors out there? And let me already brace you. It's amazing. Like if you go out there and if you start looking, and obviously when you're looking at health products, the biggest thing you're looking for is the content and the quality of products. It's a huge issue because the industry is not FDA controlled. The protein industry, the vitamin industry is not FDA controlled, and then goes out of its way to get USDA certified. So that's not very common. So that is something that needs to be in our mind whenever you are communicating it with potential customers or whenever even you are thinking of buying. It's that our products are USDA certified, which is not the most common thing. So going ahead, again, 3 steps of fitness is you have to prepare yourself before the workout, you need to work out, and then you need to have that recovery period, because it's at that time that your body is able to absorb everything that you have been doing throughout your week. So a recommended time about physical workout is minimum of 3 to 4 times per week, and the recommended time is like per 30 minutes at least per session. So that is a recommended time. However, you're working out, if you prefer weight training, if you prefer calisthenics, if you prefer yoga, Pilates, whatever. But that's the session that is recommended by Stanford researchers for you to maintain optimal health. So now we'll directly jump into the pre-workout part of things, right? This product in particular has been a game changer, and I have been talking to a lot of people who are pro athletes who have been competing on the side of weight training. Okay, the big part of the thing is that most of the pre-workouts out there supply energy through caffeine. What caffeine causes is caffeine crashes. If you have been constantly working out through caffeine, you build up tolerances towards caffeine, and it's definitely not great for your liver. On the other hand, what we have is in our pre-workout citrus burst, we only have 100 gram mg of caffeine, which is like a cup of coffee. The way that we supply most of our energy is through rhodiola rosea and through ginseng and other organic blend. So that is 600 mg of organic blend that's providing you energy. So that's a huge shift in terms of the mindset, and that is proprietary. So that the blend itself, Amway has a proprietary patent on the blend that they have while creating this product. So that's not a small deal in its own self. Plus, it has cryosin beta alanine, which helps you in absorbing the proteins better and helps in bone structure as well. So helps in recovery while you're working out and helps in reducing the fatigue that your body is experiencing during the workout, and it helps you focus to target those muscles and kill at that gym session. So comparing it, okay, like the main thing, like, okay, why would you go here? So one of the products that is out there that is pretty famous is transparent bulk TLs, and it has 30 servings for $49.99. We have for 30 servings of $47. So that's the monetary amount. What's the difference in terms of, again, the quantity? It supplies energy through 180 mg of caffeine plus other blends without any rhodiola. Here we have 100 mg of caffeine and 600 mg of energy blend with rhodiola, as we talked about. So that's a huge difference, as well as you see in the cost, as well as while you're seeing it in terms of the product itself. Other products out there are also in the range of $40 to $50 if the comparison is in between the serving size as well as the amount of energy that's being provided. So just if you want to go out and research on your own. Another one for fundamental supplementation, and this is something that everyone needs. So this is something like protein as the general idea, as we are moving ahead and everyone's getting more knowledgeable about, okay, how do I live longer? How do I live healthy? And the myths about protein has been started to burst up. Last time we talked about that there was a ceiling that was assumed that, okay, you can absorb only so much amount of protein in a particular setting of a meal. That myth has been bursted. And what Amway has changed the game with is their plant-based protein. It has 21 grams of all plant protein, which is phenomenal to have that content of plant protein in its own self with a great taste, I might add, and all 9 essential amino acids, which if you go ahead and if you look at other, and we'll be looking at the comparison, but if you look out others, the maximum they are able to supply is 5 BCAAs at max. One more thing which is big in the consumer world right now, and especially in conversations, is how environmentally friendly your product is. And as many of veterans might have noticed that Amway has replaced that packaging with a biodegradable packaging here. And that is expected to save 8.7 million water bottles annually. So that is especially for people who are in the organic side of their preferences while adding the products. It creates a mindset shift which you definitely should go ahead and utilize. So what's out there? The very famous product that's out there is Vega Sports Premium. And when you're comparing it with our product, it is around, it's almost 50 bucks. It's just a marketing technique that I just find annoying at a certain point. It's like 0.99, we're gonna make you. And it's just it's just there. But it's 50 bucks for 20 servings. For 34 the bucks, we have 25 servings. The protein content is definitely different, but here's an interesting part. If you're looking at any of those protein products, if you're even looking at whey, how do they get 30 grams of plant protein? They just increase the size of the spoon. They just increase the depth of it. So it's not the concentration that they have increased, they've just increased the size, and that is 30 grams plant protein per serving, and they have only 20 servings versus to our 25. So that's something to look out for. Again, BCA is whenever you are consuming protein, especially plant protein, because when you are comparing it with whey protein or isolate out there, plant-based proteins absorb slower. That's why it's preferred to use whey protein. You need amino acids to absorb more than ever in plant-based proteins, and that's why having those 9 BCAAs becomes even more important if a product is plant-based. So all the more reasons to go ahead and get that Nutrilite Organics product, right? Moving further, now this is, all the veterans out here, they're like, oh, this is the thing, right? This is what changed the face. I guess this is my personal favorite, and everyone have their own. See, Jinisha already has one. So it's just like you're sitting in there, your can, and it's just life is a lot better with it. The boss seems a lot more tolerable when you're sitting with your exes out there, right? And it is an 80 mg caffeine with caffeine-free option available as well. Amazing taste. I have given samples out a lot, and I have seen people react, and this sells itself, right? But the biggest portion which just blows your mind away is the energy supplied here through is B vitamins. More than 4900% of daily value, B12, B6, and it has 10 calories per can, and it's sugar free, of course. So if you are health conscious, if you're comparing it with anything that's out there, you have to take into the account, okay, how am I getting that energy? How much caffeine in a particular product? Because again, caffeine crashes are a thing, and it's not great for your liver. One of the products, actually, I just a testimony in between, is like I gave it to my boss, my manager, and he was already drinking caffeine can, and I was like, okay, how much caffeine is in there? And it's a famous product, and he said 600 milligrams, and I'm like, do you sleep? And I'm like, no. So that's just interesting to see out there. It's like people, when they see that, okay, it's possible to be healthy while drinking an energy drink, it shifts the whole perspective for people who are like, I don't drink energy drinks. So the biggest competitor, the biggest name in energy drink market is Red Bull, right? And it is 24.39 for 12 cans. We have 25 for 12 cans, so almost the same prices. The sugar-free Red Bull has only one flavor, and it doesn't taste pretty well. I'm trying to restrain myself on wasting that money just to trying this out. And while we have 12 amazing flavors out there, they do claim to have vitamin, but they do not specify as to what's the quantity of vitamins that they have, neither on their website nor on the ingredient label. While we have 118 mcg of vitamin energy, that's just vitamin B12, by the way. Then there is 5 mg more of B6 that comes our way. Now this is a product which I think so is the most underutilized product, especially looking in terms of you maintaining your health, right? BCAAs, it's very important that you get amino acids because your body does not produce it. It is highly downplayed, And through many journals, it has been identified that improves your cognitive functions as you grow old. One of my things is like I want to be functional and I want to be healthy when I'm 80. So that's one of my focuses when I'm eating what I'm putting my in my body. That's one of the things that I'm focusing on. So anyone who wants to live a healthy life and does not want any decline in their cognitive functions must definitely look at amino acids and include more in their diet as well as in their supplementation. It has all those 9 essential amino acids. In terms of sports nutrition, it helps build lean muscle, helps absorb that protein. If protein is the steel of the structure that your body is, amino acids works as those nuts and bolts which helps it join together. So again, it's more than muscle growth. It's like lubricant for your brain. So again, cognitive function. That's why if you are going into your workout with amino acids, it helps in focus as well. What's out there? Same question. The first form, which is a big company in the when it comes to the name, it is for 40 to 29. It has 40 servings for $46. It's 30 servings. So again, you look at it and you're like, yeah, that looks better. But then as soon as you look at the amino blend, the difference blows you away. 1723 mg of amino blend, 3600 mg of proprietary, I might add, amino acid blend. What makes it proprietary, what makes a blend proprietary is that the way that you have all those amino acids and how you have them placed out in a certain way that it provides the best growth for your body. And again, what people who don't research their products well are usually duped by is what's the content on it. It only has 5 BCAAs. It has, while our product has all the 9 essential amino acids and all 20 of the required amino acids that are out there. So again, something that to be watched out for, and that to inform and educate the people that you're talking to. Now, this is something that helps you if you like Lay's, Uncle Chips. If you are back from home, India, that was my favorite thing. And if you just like chomping something while watching Netflix, or hopefully listening to an audio. Um, so protein crisps as well as protein bar. Especially if you're trying to maintain the health, dieting is an option that is quite drastic, and personally I'm not a huge favor of it, starving yourself. Instead, replace it with a high protein meal, and I think so there is none other better option out there than 20 gram of high absorbing whey protein bar that we have. It has in the bar, it has amino acids, which is not the most common phenomenon noticed out there in the protein bar world, and 3 to 1 carb to protein ratio. So it provides you with enough energy to go and survive on it while not going out and then grabbing Chipotle or McDonald's, right? And for protein snacks, we have 12 gram of pea protein involved in it, which and it's all roasted, so it's not fried, and the taste is also amazing. Going forward with it, is okay. So it's missing one slide. Anyways, muscle multiplier. Oh, yeah, there's a typo. The lean muscle from Nutrilite. That's a product, especially if you are focused on reducing the fat and not losing the muscle mass that you have. So most of the products out there, if you are going on testosterone or if you are using any of those other pills that you're trying to cut short, obviously there are other issues with them. Plus, it can lead to either fat gain with muscle gain or muscle loss with fat loss. So CLA conjugated linoleic acid is an essential fatty acid which helps muscle retention while it reduces the fat. 1000 mg of CLA in per capsule, and the recommended amount is if you're going heavy in your workout regimen and if you are going to cut pretty hard, then you're looking at 3 capsules a day. And this is a huge difference maker, especially if you want to get those results faster while maintaining a good workout regimen, right? So obviously, what the point over here is, I don't want to just keep going on and on about it and make it into a monologue, but the point over here is that using these products, you can easily build your asset. When you are moving that liability, when you're buying from an outside store, it's a lot more easy to move it towards your assets, and it's a lot easier to market these products because people are looking out there. People are there who want to talk more about health, who are health conscious, and who are kind of scared, especially with COVID coming in, right? So, I would just, end there and hope that this added information to you and you would be able to use it. Thank you.
Very good. Excellent
And
presentation.
absolutely, sir. What an amazing, amazing presentation. There, couple of months back, I was actually confused. I was on a weight loss journey, and things like muscle multiplier or having a protein snacks, I thought that this will help me rather increase weight. But it has to be learned that reducing fat but gaining muscles are two very different things. And if anybody has more questions onto it, please feel free to reach out to Satyam. He has given me a lot of wisdom that helped me lose about 10 kilos of weight. So get back to him for this is a personal testimony that worked, absolutely worked. And with this, to test for all of your knowledge, make sure that you have gained all of the things made notes. We have Kahoot coming in. So please make sure you have your tabs ready, you have your phones ready. At this time, there's no live concert because it's not going to be so easy, guys. We need all your full focus in there. And I will be sharing my screen here. Okay, it's loading up. Give me another second. All right. Kahoot has become not only a place to test your knowledge on the products, but also a platform to see how creative everybody is with their names. All right, giving in a minute more. All right, all set. Oh, we have another play in there. B12. All right, guys, closing in 5 seconds. Starting now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's go. All right, first question coming in. What is the protein content of excess protein crisp barbecue? Pretty easy. the answers are coming in pretty quickly. All right. Yes, that is 12 grams, not 14. Okay, let's see who is on top of the podium. We have Strong, followed by ABC, Excess, CLA, BCAA. All right, still have time to buckle up. Coming in the next question. What is the ratio of carb to protein in XS protein bar? The options could be a bit confusing, so focus everyone. Wow, 3-1. Yes, that is right. We have majority of the people sticking to it. Let's see if there's any change. All right, CLA bucking up, followed by ABC lean muscle, strong, excess, and we see fit on the board now. Let's see if somebody crosses that. Amino acids help in improving cognitive functions, yes or no? Yes, it does. I'm sure that one false might be a wrong click, but let's see if there's any changes. We still have CLA leading, and ACE is the highest climber. All right, let's see if ACE can make it to the podium or not. Coming in the next question, guys, how much caffeine is in the pre-workout? Hundred grams. I am surprised how is everybody filling in the answers in less than half of the time. So that is pretty good, guys. Let's see if we have some new players on the board. We have ABC now leaning in the game, and we have 5 players who have reached the answer streaks. Let's see. Oh, we have Great Khali in the podium. Let's see if Great Khali can make it to the top. Coming in the next question. Excess energy drink has now how much grams of vitamin B12? It has 118 mcg. Yes, that is right. All right, we have no fat as a new player on the podium, still leading ABC. Coming in the next question, this is the second last question. Nutrilite lean muscle helps in losing fat, not muscle. Which ingredient is helpful in that? That was pretty quick. 5 seconds remaining. We do have the majority of people remember it. That is conjugated linoleic acid. That is great. Let's see if there are any changes in there. ABC, Excess, CLA, BCAA, and we have Buff now up on the player. Great Khali, you're still the highest climber. You can still be in the podium. The last question, Nutrilite Organics, plant protein power, has protein based off. Five seconds remaining. All of that, absolutely yes. These are some amazing ingredients to be in. All right, let's see who is the winner for tonight. We have CLA on the 3rd place, Excess on the 2nd, and ABC Lean Muscle as the winner. Great Khali BCAA runners up. That is great.
So who is first?
First is ABC Lean Muscle.
Usha. Usha. Vishal Usha. And second? Who is second?
That's Excess. It's me, Sanjeev, Anna.
Anna Miranda. And third is me this time, you know. Anna beat me.
Woo!
That's great. That was done. All right, keeping the spirits high. Now we'd like to call upon if you have anybody joining us for the first time in the FNH. Feel free to raise your hand through the reactions tab. All right, going 3, 2, 1. I would now like to call upon all of them who have some exciting retail stories to share from this week. Please feel free to raise your hands from the reactions tab below.
Exciting retail or what plan, anything, you know, okay, anything creative about the business. Anyone?
All right, we have Satyam in there. Satyam, would you like to go?
Hi everyone, you get to hear me again. I had one what plan showed, so it was not a total plan, it was a conversation directly instead of having a presentation in front of him. We had a conversation about going further, so we'll be talking more in detail about it. But I laid out the plan and I showed some of the details, shared some links through the phone, and I also shared particular some excess scans, so I got a couple of retail orders for that as well. Thank you.
So,
All right, great sharing, Satyam. Now we have Kant and Nadia Prasad.
Yes, my AC wasn't working properly, so I had someone come to fix it. It was very hot while he was working. I gave him an excess with some ice, and normally I give them a tip, and this time my tip was a case of excess. He said, you know what, we're doing business with this here now. You know?
We sold 2 cases of excess.
and then what happened?
He gave him a case of excess as his tip, and he was excited, so he bought 2 cases of excess from us.
Oh my God, that's awesome. That's a great idea.
They gave a case of excess.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
great tip to give us tips. Keep that in mind, guys. And now we have Anna Miranda.
Hi. What did I do? This week, what I did was I run the Loaves and Fishes Ministry, where we cook for the elderly and the disadvantaged, people that are homebound. One of my chefs was complaining about, osteoporosis. And so last week, I gave her some samples. I gave her the bone health samples and the perfect health samples. And guess what? This week, I got 2 orders, one for bone health pack, the perfect health pack, and turmeric latte. So just sample, guys. That's very important. Have your products, sample, meet people at their need, and make some money. Thank you.
That's a great tip. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing that.
Great.
Sample, sample, sample.
Now, Ayush, you have someone through the process, Can you talk about it? Yeah, Vishal will come at the end. Yeah, you have. Ayush?
We had
Ayush, unmute yourself. You have someone in the process, right? So can you?
Yes, sir. Basically, Bai is in the process right now, and he is going in strong. We are showing like Mani sir and I we are showing him the who plan. I was thinking when I met him in the cab, I was thinking about going towards the Wart Road basically, and so towards the Wart Road, towards the whole conversation, something clicked where he started showing the signs of a who person. So that is when I switched the road from what to who. So that was something really amazing. And apart from that, so recently had some conversations with some people and gave them my number for basically the Wart Road plan. And so yeah, we'll be showing him the Wart Road plan, I guess next week. So yeah, thank you, sir.
And your conversation should always end with BBI date. Yeah, I forgot to. So when is your BBI qualification date? Ayush?
So September for sure.
September what?
September 2022, 18.
Okay. So everybody should talk about the BBI date then, okay? Good.
Yes.
All right. Can we have Usha and Vishal on the screen now?
Yeah, this week I had quite a few sales, but it was through reference. People who already buy from me, they keep giving reference to me. And in fact, today I sold double X, cholesterol health, liver health. And that lady was herself asking me, oh, my friend told me if you give me reference, then if I give you reference, then you'll give me some discount. I said, yeah, definitely. And I'm pursuing the what route for her to get started. So a lot of sale happened. I haven't kept track, but maybe about 300 to 400 PV sale. And I have one level 2 lady who's almost 500 PV person.
Ah, so that level 2, you are showing them the BFI, BBI. Did you do that, Usha, with her? Or,
she got started
not
before.
yet?
Yeah, not
We
yet.
still, she was a customer and she became an IBO and she's been selling quite a bit. Now this month, she already almost 500 PV. So
500 PV then, right? Very good, you know.
we
Love it.
actually showed a what plan and we switched to who in the end
Ah,
because the girl said she is at level 10
ah,
interest level. So we said, okay, why don't you read a book and listen and let's see. She probably will come tomorrow for the plan.
very good.
So we'll see,
I'm
but we
excited.
switch around, so it depends.
Very good. Excellent, you know. See, that's the beauty of this, you know. You start somewhere and leads you somewhere, you know, right? Earlier, we would have let them go, you know, okay, right? At least now you're thinking about, oh, it could be what, and then suddenly you say, oh, man, this person is showing a lot of interest, you know, okay, right? That's fantastic, you know, very good story, then, you know, okay? Very good.
Absolutely. Congratulations to all of them who shared their success stories. This is very inspiring. All the great ideas. Everybody has their own way of making progress and adding value.
Anybody has, I mentioned last time, anybody has some sales tip, you know, you can give, you know, which helped you, you know, like convert, anyone can give some kind of a tip, you know, which will benefit people here. I understand a lot of sales were made, but anything which you think helped, you know, yeah, Laura, let's hear from her. Yeah, so it's good to, so people can try that, you know, okay?
Hi, guys. So I tend to have regulars because I follow up. So follow up for me is very important because I'm generally trying to see what the experience has been with a particular product. And in doing so, they give me their feedback and then sometimes they add an order to it. So for example, I have a customer, she has issues with digestion. So slowly but surely, we're giving her a few products to try. So finally, the digestive enzyme worked. I followed up with her maybe a week after she ordered it. She said, oh my God, it's so great. But I also want the gummies and the stress gummies and the sleep gummies. That's just her regular order. And she just ordered it earlier than usual. And I was just genuinely trying to see what her experience was. So don't forget about your customer after they order, even if they're your regular, please keep up with them because it means a lot to them. You never know another purchase comes out of it.
Very good tip, you know, follow up, right?
Yes.
Excellent, Laura. Fantastic tip. These are the things which we are looking for because this is a workshop now, you know, okay, right? So people should exchange ideas, what helps. That was a great tip, you know, okay, right? So everyone should use that then, you know, okay? So do you follow up, you know, when the product is going to end, or you just make it a point of following up, you know, in 2 weeks time, 3, what do you do, Laura?
I usually give it about a week. Because
About a week.
Yeah, I don't want them to sit on it. Sometimes it's easy to forget something new. They'll just put it on their shelf and not try it. So I feel like if I give them a week, maybe it'll remind them to try it if they haven't. But I feel like it's I'm checking when they had it delivered, and then a week from the time it got delivered, I send them a text.
and then text. So you spoke on text or called, what did you do?
Everything is text. I'm one of those, I prefer text, so it was all text.
Very good, 1 week, excellent. Yeah, Vishal.
So what I do is, let's say somebody is ordering products, then I want to keep going regularly to them. So one way of doing that is because out of sight, out of mind, right? So I want to be present every week. So I have everyday customers, few customers that I keep going. How do I go? If they order 3 products, then I will only deliver 2. I might have 3, but I'll deliver 2. I'll tell them, oh, I'm putting an order. Next week it'll come. So then I go next week and I'll choose something else. When they order, okay, next week. So it's a continuous thing where I keep going. And sometimes people will say, oh, I have, money situation. Then I'll give them payments too, right? It's your discretion. So that way I'm forcing myself to go to their house and be present there, right? So then it gives me an opportunity to open up other products as well. So mostly I sell Neutralite and artistry, but then off late I've been selling LOC, anything and everything, because I want to convert that household totally into Amway products. So how do you do it? Keep going. So you have to find an excuse to be in their house somehow. So you figure it out.
Yeah, her car is a car of products. She puts the trunk and all products.
All products, right? Retail estate, that's a fantastic tip, that they order 3, give them 2, and and next week you go back with the 3rd product. Your friendship is built in living rooms and dens, right? You got to go to customers' home also, right? I mean, if possible, if everything is good, right? Okay, good, very good tip, excellent, love it.
Sanjeev, another tip is you can go and share a product with your friend, give a little testimony, share the product from the Amway.com, from your web portal. Once you share it, they'll get the product information. They can even swipe through and watch the video. And guess what? It'll remind them that this came from you, that you were sharing. So whenever they place the product, it'll come directly to you. So it's happened to me once. So just try it out. Just keep sharing from your web portal. Just go to Amway.com, sign in, share it. Even though you're looking at the product from a wholesale, you're looking at wholesale prices. When you share the link, they'll only see the retail cost. It's a great way to get some customers, gang. So try it. Just go say, hey, I'm trying this product. It's great. I just want a testimony from you. I want you to take a look at it. If it meets your needs, let me know. I'll drop one for you. Or you can just create them as a customer. Okay.
Excellent tip.
Yeah.
Very good.
Sure.
Wow. Love it. Okay, Janisha, we got 3 good tips,
Yes, absolutely. Just to sum it up for everybody, you share, you sample, you follow up within a week, and most importantly, you focus on building relationships while you're delivering the products. So great tips. Thank you everybody for sharing that. Now that we are moving to the second half of the workshop, we learned about maintaining your physical health. Now it's time to talk about your mental health. And it's time to share the wisdom from the books, the audios. So make sure you have your pens and copies ready to take the key away learnings from them, from someone else's perspective. I have come across so many people that we read the same books, but when everybody's sharing about that, they have their own perspective and own learnings to share with. And that's the beauty of it. So the next person I'm going to call upon is someone who has shown me that change is an internal music. And what that means is that you can go to the gym, you can take up a jog, you can change your physical personality, but when it comes to changing your mentality and your attitude towards life, that's an even bigger task. And for that, you have to shut off the unnecessary noises outside you and play your own internal music of positivity. And with that, I would like to call upon my upline proudly, Ayush Khare.
Wow. That introduction was literally breathtaking. Thank you so much for that, Janisha. Okay, so now I'm going to be sharing with you about like a book that I've literally learned a lot from it. So we like before that, first of all, like can everyone hear me properly? Awesome. Okay. So since we have that out of the questions, okay, now we are in a business where we constantly communicate with others. We have this amazing association. We have this amazing education system that helps us evolve our brain, our body, and our mindset. Correct. So it is kind of our duty to share that with others. It is kind of a duty to add value to others' lives. And how does that happen? Of course, through actions. And what does that action consist of? Conversations. Conversations can be of different levels, and it is on us to elevate those conversations. With that, I would like to share my screen and share about, can everyone see my screen? Awesome. Okay, let me, second. Okay, so the book I'm going to be talking about is Power Questions. First, I would like to be talking about, I'll talk about what the power of questions is, what power questions are, and some power questions. And then I'm going to talk about like what I took from it, or what my gist was after reading of the whole book. So what is the power of like first of all, before power of questions, let's talk about conversations. There are different levels of conversations. Like there can be surface level conversations, factual conversations, conversations that entail a little bit thinking, then feelings, and then comes the inner conversations where you actually are introspecting into like a person who you are and then talking to people. So these conversations are basically the key to drive the people and to understand people what they are all about. So let's talk about, there are 4 types of power questions. Those power questions can you can be talking to people about, thinking about the strategy, thinking about what their dreams are, what their fears are, and how they are planning to execute. These are the questions. There are different questions which you can ask people in the conversation and elevate to knowing what their strategies, dreams, or executions of fears are, and making them also understand what the life is and what their dreams are and how they can plan ahead. So what are power questions? These are basically thought-provoking questions that basically make the conversations powerful. And because we have the mindset, because we are trying to build the mindset, and many people are, what our thought is in order to elevate those conversations after asking very powerful questions. Because what drives the conversation are not the answers, it's the questions. You can understand if the person you're talking to is learned or not, but not by the things that he knows, but by the question he's asking, and what questions he's asking and when he's asking. These power questions help you to know much more about someone, and it goes really deep. That it goes to like the core basically. Understand this. The conversation that we are doing is about adding value to other people. It's not about us. It's about other people. And this is not just about talking about the sales where the customer is something. It's all about everything. Dean says that seek first to understand and then being understood. So first we need to understand the people we are talking to, and then we can make them understand. And of course, having clarity is one of the motive of power questions. So let me share some power questions. There are 337 power questions that you can ask, and there are like different how you can ask them, where you should ask them, and in what tonality, in what situations you should ask them. It is given in this book. Some of them which I really like are, what do you think? How will this further your mission and goals? And this is like a question which I ask a lot. How did you get started? Like this is what people ask us. How did we get started in this business? What do you do? Why do you do what you do? Why, basically the why of our existence, the why of whatever we are doing. And is this the best you can do? So these are questions we are asking everyone. But there are some questions that you can ask yourself. And these are some powerful questions. What am I not confronting? What is not working in my life? What is like being around me? What am I avoiding? And what am I grateful for? These are some powerful questions that we can ask ourselves in order to know ourselves more. Let me stop sharing my screen. Okay, so this was the presentation that I put together for the book Power Questions. And now some gist that I just got. This book will take us towards the each and every conversation that we can have in, like, be it LinkedIn, be it Instagram, be it face to face. And in each and every conversation, it can help us to basically build the relationship in a much more deeper level than we can. It also, like the book the name suggests, build relationships, win new businesses, and influence others. And this is what questions can do to us. With this, I would like to pass it back to Janesha, and who is doing an amazing job in the hosting. So thank you so much.
Excellent presentation, Ayush. Very good.
What a great book to share. Thank you so much for bringing that forward towards us, Ayush. It has some great questions that not only boggles up your mind, but you can also throw these questions to somebody else if you're trying to make them see if they're a dreamer or not, if they could be a great partner or not. It's a great book. Absolutely. Thank you again for sharing that, Ayush. And now I'll be sharing with you my not I cannot say it's an audio, it's a list of audios. And when we talk about audios, there is nothing great than a Bill Braid audio. Nothing can beat that. It's a full package.
All right, hold on. So Janisha has been introducing everyone, and then she's so slightly just diving back to, like, okay, so now I'll just share your audio. So I'm not letting that pass by, and I would like to take the moment to actually go ahead and introduce Janisha Jain over here, and she keeps bringing smiles to her face, when she's there looking at the bubbly face. But what I do want to add is I don't see, Preeti Zinta when I'm looking at it. What I'm looking at is Rocky Balboa. With each hit, he's going down, but he's coming up back from the canvas and like, Adrian! So that's what Janisha Jain is. She keeps coming back, and every time she goes stronger, and there is no doubt that she is going to be a great champion in the Sahai Gala leadership, and you'll be hearing a lot more from him. So with that, I'll pass it on to Janisha.
Thank you so much, Satyam, for that. Now I do feel like how you felt earlier. But thank you for the introduction. I think you become how your leadership is, and all of those qualities that you just mentioned is because I see you and Ayush working through that. So it's not me, it's you guys. Thank you for being always there. And now getting back to the audios, guys, Bill Britt, nothing is unbeatable. It is a full package of wisdom, of humor, of value. It shows not only how you can grow, but how to lead people around you to grow. And very important thing that these audios bring is a Bill Britt school. So I'm going to share my screen here. I'm not going to take you throughout all the 10 videos. The school has 10 videos. If anybody requires them, please reach out to your uplines. But this particular presentation will be focusing on some of the key points that are picked up from those 10 audios. To begin with, all right, the first point is that invest in yourself, your parents, and
we are not able to see your screen yet.
Oh,
you
okay.
Try sharing.
All right, let me try that again. Can you see it now, Satyam?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. All right, everybody. So again, the Bill Britt School has a list of 10 audios. If anybody needs that, please reach out to your uplines for that. This is just the crux of from all those audios that I felt related to me or something that really hit me hard. The first is that invest in yourself, your parents, and the people around you. A lot of times I have come across situations when I'm focused on only my growth and kind of forget the people that are in my team or around me. And that there have been times when I'm focusing so much onto others that I forget that I also have to keep on growing so that I can bring forward the new knowledge and pass that on. So a very important thing to keep making sure is that you invest in yourself. You make sure you put out the time, the quality time for your family. And then you also grow by growing together as a team. It is said that if you want to go far, you go together. If you want to go fast, you go alone. The next point is that dilute good to bad until your bad becomes good. And bad here could be anything, a bad habit that you're trying to get rid of, a bad negative thoughts that you are trying to get rid of. So for an example, if you're having a negative thought that, can I do this? Can I not do that? Will that potential candidate call me back or not? Instantly tell yourself things like, you know what? I'm meeting a new champion. I'm meeting a new leader. I am doing a DTM and launching that new leader. Tell that yourself so many times until you don't have to tell yourself. By speaking it loud, your subconscious knows that this is what's going to happen. So keep on diluting good to bad until good is your thing and there is no bad. Need into faith is motivation. You will only move when you have a pain point. It could be related to anything, you yourself, people around you. Find what is your pain point. Your pain will push you and your purpose will pull you. When you have that pain point and you know what you need to work on, you mix faith into it. Now I know my problem, I know that I will find a solution for this, and this will lead me to a motivation that no matter how many punches you get, you have your pain that is not being resolved yet, and you know that you can do it. So get up, back up again. 7 falls, 8 stand up. No matter how many times you fall again, if you have your need, your pain is not resolved, keep on mixing your faith, keep on diluting your good from the earlier point until you resolve that pain. The next point, Bill Britt in all of his audios heavily focusing on these 3 powers, the power of spoken words, visualization, and association. While putting down these points, I know that we have talked about this a lot of times, but I think these are so important that it could be said out loud as much as possible. The power of spoken words. So either you're talking to yourself, you're talking to your parents, you're talking to your boss, whatsoever it is. You have to be, you have to be so great, and your attitude should be so positive that even if there's a slight chance it might not happen, you are so confident the other person on in front of you feels like yes, it's going to happen, and it instantly changes your mood. The other day I was talking to my mom and I was writing an email to my boss. I was a bit irritated, so my mom's like, if you don't want to work, then don't work. Why are you mixing work and the negative emotion together? This will not result into hard work or the results or the rewards that you're thinking of. Rather, keep on working, but be positive about it. If you're getting a lot of work, maybe look for something good into it. Always try to find the right thing, even if you don't see anything. There's always light behind the darkness. The power of visualization. When it comes to dreaming, bigger you dream, the better, right? That's what Bill Britt said. You want to become the next platinum, have that picture on your fridge, on the back of your door, on in your laptop. Make your dream boards. That is one thing that everybody from Manisa's team, my coach Sarthak, my team applying in here, the focus is on is the power of visualization. They have pictures all around their rooms talking about their dreams, what they want. It's not like you're going to achieve them maybe the next day or in this year, but whatever, the farthest dream that you can think of, put it right in there. Bill Britt always says that have goals, short-term goals, medium goals, long-term goals, and ultimate goals. Fit in your dream board with pictures through all these goals so that you know that as you're going through life, these are your goals and this is what you're going to achieve. And the power of association. There is no other thing, no other platform that I've come across where you're being said that, it's okay to make mistake. It's okay to move on from mistake, learn from it and go on. It's okay to laugh at your mistakes. There is no other platform that I've come across which pushes you or which inspires you in the way that our association does. So if you ever fall, you're thinking that you're falling here and there, lean back to your association. That is one thing that will hold on and give you the power to hold on to your dreams. So with that, I will end this sharing right here. That was again the crux from Bill Britt School. It has 10 audios. Whenever you feel, you're feeling low or you're feeling you need to refocus, these are the audios that I go back to. And now we have to wrap up with a big bang. And for that, I have to call upon our leaders, Sanjeev Sahai and Shauna Sahai. One thing that I would like to talk about them is that, as I was saying, that I have not come across any other platform that tells you that it's okay to make honest mistakes. And I've always heard from Sanjeev, say, make honest mistakes. So what? What are you going to lose? Laugh at your mistakes, laugh at your situations. Just there are so many times when you're spiraling down and you think, oh, what's happening? It's okay, just laugh at it. What is there to lose? But if you're thinking negative about it, you are losing your time, you're losing your energy and the resources around you. So with that, thank you, sir, for always inspiring us, always pushing us, always bringing things that can help us grow as a team. And with that, I would like to call upon you and ma'am to the stage.
Wow. I believe it was out of the park, right, guys? Okay, right? It brings freshness, okay, right? The way Satyam spoke and, and Ayush with the power question, write the book, and Janisha talking about Brit School, In fact, I'm in that Brit School 8, Bill Britt brought me up, I was a founder's emerald at that time, But yeah, looking forward to seeing everyone in 7th Spring, right?
Yeah,
Shana?
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah,
Seventh
you are
Spring.
half here then, okay. Right.
Yeah, I mean, the camera is limited. But yeah, so it was an awesome presentation, Satyam. That was just great. And very nice, thoughts, that you shared, Ayush and Janisha. That was very good. Very interesting. A good perspective. But yeah, we're looking forward to 7th Spring. I know a lot of us will be there and we'll miss some of you, but next time, I'm sure.
We'll do a live telecast of, we did that, okay, coming from the Alpine slide,
Live
okay,
stream.
right? Live stream, okay, right? Okay, right? So that people can see that and visualize yourself so that you'll be there next year then, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, so, yeah, what do you call, Satya was talking about, he was showing you what is the English? English is my second language. Taraju, what's the English word for taraju? What's it called? Not weighing scale,
Scale.
Is that scale with two sides? Is that a different name or scale?
Scale.
Weighing scale.
Weighing scale.
Okay, weighing scale is okay. That too. So I was thinking about that. Your muscle is an asset, right? And your fat is liability. Then okay. so so you got to have your muscle, okay, right? That's an asset. Okay, even in right? And fat is your liability. Great talk. I mean, what I would. I knew CLA is good and stuff like that, but when Satyam talked about, it just kind of so I want that, I was taking it just for the sake of taking it. But when I heard I'm trying to lose my little bit of whatever is accumulated FAT, my liability, okay, right? So he was talking about CLA loosens your fat, okay, right? And keeps your muscle. So how many you eat, take 3 or 1,
So depending upon the regimen that you are following, if you are following an intense regimen with around 2000 calorie diet, then you can take 3. Depending upon your caloric value, you can value. The recommended amount for 2000 plus calorie consumption is 3 soft gels. So that's
3
1000
soft
Indian.
gels,
Three soft
right?
gels.
One time, 3,000.
Yes.
I mean, I heard about that and I said, man, that's what is missing. I mean, I'm doing good. I lost 28 pounds, okay, right? But that was very excellent, and what you talked about. So yeah, so I loved the Power Question book Ayush talked about. I'll go back and read again, guys. That's a very good book. That book and Go for No. It should be like a Bible. You got to read that because you are in the contacting mode right now. Bringing in people through what or who wrote. So it's very important to go through the podcast is there, but those 2 books should be read every single month. Okay, right? Because that is what you are you're thinking all the time. Okay, to become BBI is all about width. I've been talking about that. Everybody will go BBI, but the question is with what kind of width. Width will determine your differential, and the percentage. Okay, so you want to maximize that, when that happens. Then I've been right now we have been in business for years, and I would recommend people who are in business for years. You had relationship with some people who kind of left, right? Okay, for whatever reason it was. I've been reaching out to them and they are responding and they are appreciative about that. And I've been telling them, look, there is a way of how you can create $500,000 a month of income. You don't have to attend meetings. We have designed a method, okay, right? So why don't you take a look at it and tell me what you think about it? So I've been doing that. And tomorrow I'm meeting someone, at 11:30 a.m. Next week I'm meeting. So I'm going through my organization where we had relationship and they left, okay, right, for some reason, okay. So that's working out great, okay, right. Try, what if in those X number of people, somebody becomes BBI, okay, right. So reach out to people. It's not just your new people you're looking, okay. Go back in your list and see who you can again talk to them then, okay, right? So I loved what Jinisha said. I wrote, pain will push you, purpose will pull you. That's a very good line, you have. I loved saying that pain will be dissolved by faith, okay, right? That's a very powerful statement, So very proud of this team and anything else, okay, anything else going on? Sunday, looking forward to Vishal and Usha Sarin's plan and training. It will be out of the park for sure. Then, okay, right? And so bring your candidates there and keep doing, guys. Your goal should be, like I've been telling, Gab is not here, okay, his air condition broke. I texted him about Kamta. That's why it's so important to be in association. I texted him, hey, your air condition guy is coming. Give him one case of excess. He put a 3 smiley, his case will be ready, I mean, that's how it works, guys, okay.
Yeah, but we have always given, like, every time somebody comes to work, we always give them tip, cash.
One guy is coming to my home, okay, to paint my deck,
and we give him an excess can, right? Because we feel bad that, okay, there goes your camera. Okay. Yeah. All right. So anyway, but this is a great idea. If they like the excess, then say, okay, you know what? This is $20, $23. Here you
go. So he's painting my deck, so I'm going to give him a case of excess now, okay, as a tip.
First give him a sample. First give him one, and then see if he likes it.
Yeah, that's a great idea. That's the Kamtan idea was fantastic idea. Okay, I'm going to use that. But yeah, so right now, one thing is there when Shauna goes to Whole Food, okay, right? I just don't like to walk around there. I sit in my car and think, And then what happened was yesterday, yesterday or day before yesterday, that I was sitting in my dreaming, then I saw a big guy with a, big muscle. When I see muscle and all, right, I get up from my car and then talk. And he said, my English is a little bit, okay kind of thing, but I prefer Spanish. I spoke to him, He said, yeah, I'm open. I asked him, what did you use to have this kind of body? He said, 5 times I go to gym. I use this protein. I say, are you making money out of it? He said, no. Well, we are into health and wellness business. If you endorse, when you endorse our product, you'll make money. So are you open to creating an additional source of income? Very simple way. He said, I am, So can someone explain in Spanish? So then I started to think, who do I know who is not speak Spanish, but he's not active? I found one, so I'm talking to him and put that guy under him then, right? Okay. So you got to do all these things.
Also, it's very important, something to learn, that, over time, you will have people come in and come. This thing is so sorry. My chair is so uncomfortable. You'll have people come in and go out all the time, right? They'll always be, and that is you should always expect that everybody who you are approaching for product or for business will not stay back, right? That's a natural thing. But it's about the relationships you build, right? Because even though you have that intuition and that person is kind of phasing out, it's very important to build even a stronger relationship at that point. Right, because once a relationship breaks, like sometimes, we have done that, well, initially at least, when people were leaving, we kind of made it bad, like didn't like that, right? And then we realized that it's once the relationship breaks, right, it's very difficult. How much ever hard you try, you cannot, there's always a knot there, right? So it's especially when you know that somebody's phasing out, go that extra step. And I've seen that Shalini do that. I mean, you see her list of people that she has, right? All those old people, and that's how Usha also generates volume. All those old people that, that they build a relationship with, and they maintain that relationship, even if it was somebody who just bought one single item for like 1 PV, a lip gloss. So make sure
yeah, we have
eventually people's time change, and
that's so true.
Attracts them back.
We have people who don't associate, but they order like 200 PV and stuff like that, because of the relationship then, right? So
especially when you know that they are, kind of leaving. So make sure you build that rapport with them.
Awesome, guys. We need to see again. I keep harping, keep saying that, all the people who are on this Friday night, we want to see them, as a BBI on September 30th. It should be a wall of BFIs and BBIs, guys, when we do the promotion. And the idea behind this week, Satyam did a fantastic job with that was our, what do you call that, sports nutrition. That is a page. We are pulling up a page from each, from our what plan, so that we are going to compile that. And thanks to Kenneth, right? We are going to compile all this PowerPoint. Please send that so that we have that. And then that will be a fantastic follow-up material, right? Okay. So that people who get started, and these recordings will be there, we are going to put that into a channel, where you can give access to these people, right? They can go through that, like Shalini and Anna had done last time, right? For home care products and personal. And this week we have Satyam doing the sports nutrition. Then we have another 2, Neutralite and health and beauty, then, right? So we are going to assign people. So these PowerPoints will be there, which will help. Is that a good idea, right? Okay. So that, the volume will go up then, okay, right? So that's what we want to make sure that it happens then. That's all I have to say. And you have been getting a fantastic message from NAGC. Kumar has been there driving 43 Ferraris and whatnot, then, right? Picture yourself in one of the Ferrari and you'll be there, right? For your Ferrari of your own, then, okay, right? Okay, right? But looking good, guys. Everybody's excited. Everybody is easy to contact people now. See what approach that has given is, you're not thinking, man, does this guy fit into the profile of reading book or whatnot? You start talking to person then, okay? And when you talk, it opens up opportunities then, okay? All right, that's it, guys, okay? So back to the host.
Thank you so much, sir and ma'am, for those words of wisdom. We are all going BBI by the end of September 2022. And even a bigger thanks here for the wrap up to the AV team. Kenneth, thank you for always supporting us. With that, I hope you had a great fun learning throughout this workshop. Make sure that you go through your notes, follow up with your notes as well, and share and sample. All right. Thank you, team. Have a very good night and see you next week. See you on Sunday.
See you on Sunday. Good night.
Thank you. Have a good night.